Hello and good evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. This is me, Sunaina, and I'm back once again to do another love reading for the sign of Libra in the month of February 2019. Beautiful people, Librans, has a mind of their own, but at the same time, they are they do not like to get into any conflict situation. Okay, so but at the same time, because they do not vent out in the way they should be, there is a lot of emotional stuff that they kind of have to absorb in their self because of this issue, that they are not able to really talk about it in the way that one should. Okay, and that is my general observation with the Librans that I have met in my lifetime. Now, having said this, my cards are on the table, guys, and of course, I'm going to do my reading for you. But before that, let me tell you, with regards to your love situation, for the Librans, if you guys are in love, in true love, you will make sure to keep your aura of romance alive. Okay? You will have candlelight dinners, you will travel to exotic places, you will bring small gifts, flowers. You will give things that are beautiful but not necessarily expensive. Okay? You will send cards, you will call people, or you will call your beloved regularly even if you have nothing in particular to say. Okay, but the nice things are what is very important to a Libran, because your love relationship is a work of art. Okay, which you make it beautiful in the way that you think is beautiful, and that your lover or your beloved will appreciate your effort. Okay, you're kind of creative, because that's what the Librans are. They're very creative in everything they do, whether it's love, whether it's their career, whether it's their finance, whether it's their emotional self. They're always very creative. Now, Librans, another thing about them, guys, is that Librans like their partners to be very aggressive, or to be aggressive, and a bit more self willed people. That's what they like. They like that kind of a dominating personality, okay? They know that these are the qualities they sometimes lack for themselves, and that is the reason they like their partners to kind of fulfill that kind of gap which they do not have, by them having it. It's like something like this. Okay, now in relationships, for the Librans, they can be very aggressive again, but not all the time. Okay, they can be aggressive, but that aggressiveness is more in a more what should I say, in a more subtle and charming way. Okay, because again, Librans are determined in their efforts to charm the object of their desire. Okay, whatever they love, they want to charm with their desire. And this determination actually can be very pleasant if you are, or the cross watcher, if you guys are at the receiving end from the Librans. Okay, they have that charm, they have that quality that they can impress people, and that is their kind of passive uh, aggressive behavior. Okay, they're not showing it, but at the same time, they're getting their things out of you with their charm and with their manners, with their exotic behavior or the creative behavior that they kind of bring about in their life when they have to deal with any kind of situation, even in your love situation, Librans. And that's what you guys are all about. Okay, now, this is a general information. Having said that, in the month of February, let's see where you guys are at this point in time and where is your significant other. Now, before I start today, let me tell you the overall theme of your reading here for the month of February, Librans, is two things. One is balance, and one is choosing wisely. Okay, which is telling me that you guys will have to balance yourself first in your love situation wherever you guys are in the month of February. for you to move forward after having made your choice and decisions wisely. Okay, so these are the two overall cards for your reading out here, right in the beginning, because that is very important that you should know what your overall message is with regards to your love situation in the month of February 2019. So, guys, Librans, whatever you'll do, please work on your balance area. Okay, sometimes Librans do find it difficult to maintain that harmony and balance in themselves, and it's not their fault. Okay, it's the way they are, it's the way the universe works with them. And therefore, if you can do the right balancing act in regards to your every aspect of your life, but primarily because I'm doing a love reading, this is for your love area. Only when you're able to balance your emotions well, you will be able to take the right decision, for yourself with regards to your love situation. And that's the overall message for you guys. Now, having said this, at this point in time, in the month of February, your significant other is definitely a bit of wounded warrior. Okay, this person has got hurt, but he's still fighting this battle of love. Okay, he's preserving his strength. He does, or he or she, I don't know why I said he, but he or she does have the perseverance of their strength and of their will at the same time. They're not giving up this love situation with you guys. They're definitely not. Despite whatever they're losing, or despite the injury, or despite the battle they're fighting, probably at one point in time, they're also thinking it's a losing battle that they're fighting. But again, they're conserving their energy for the right moment. Okay, so they are not giving up on this love situation, Librans. Okay, whether you like it or you don't like it, but that's your significant other's energy, and that is kind of giving this person no respite at this point in time, because this person feels that he or she is kind of in the eye of the storm. The storm can come any moment, and then the situation can come out or go out from the frying pan into the fire for this person. Okay, so he's basically on tender hooks, or she is basically on tender hooks. So it's like they're hanging somewhere in the midair with you, not knowing exactly if this love situation will actually bear the ultimate result of fruition for them. But they are still fighting. Okay, they are still holding on, they are still fighting, they are not giving up, they are not moving from their area, because they believe that this love situation is the turn of their wheel of fortune for them. They consider you guys, Librans, to have brought them luck in their life. Okay, because of your presence in their life, this is where this person has been from the time you have entered their life. So they consider you to be very lucky for them. It's like a luck and an omen, a good omen that you guys have brought into their significant other's life, in whichever way, just not maybe in love, maybe in their finance, in their career, in their stability, in giving them a home, a shelter, making them feel loved, making them feel wanted, whatever the situation could be, doesn't matter. But this person definitely is appreciating the fact that because of you, Librans, he or she has been able to turn their own wheel of fortune, and this is the reason they are not letting you go. Okay, again, as I said, whether you like it or you don't like it, that's a different story. But that is what this person is doing. He's holding on to you because he or she, again, I said he or she definitely wants you in their life, Librans. Okay, that's for sure. Now, coming to you guys, what are you all doing in the month of February? Librans, this is exactly what I thought would happen with you at this point when I saw your significant other's energy. You are kind of, you're kind of there, but again, not there in this love situation. You are being little bit manipulative, because you know that love is a different thing, but again, in every respect, you're not very certain of whether this person, your significant other, can meet your challenges or your demands in life. Okay? So basically, what you are doing is you are not letting this person know about the situation, but at the same time, you are not being completely honest and frank about the situation of love either. So there is a bit of dishonesty in yourself, in your higher self, you know. You're still acting in the shadows, you're not coming out in the open to talk about it, because again, call it insecurity, call it love, call it fear, call it anything, you know, at this point in time, in the month of February, even you do not want to part ways from this person, because somewhere you are also obliged to that person, to your significant other, for whatever rhyme or reason, okay? But at the same time, you know, that little bit of cunningness is there in you at this point in time, where you are again using your charm, as I said, to get your answers out of your significant other or out of your love situation, you know, to see whether what you are thinking or what you are thinking in the future, you know, can happen or can manifest with this person at this point in time who is sitting in your love life, Librans. Okay, so basically this card talks about uncertainty in your area of love. Okay, Librans, it's not giving me the assurance that you guys are kind of doing things in the right way in this love situation, because somewhere, like I said, somewhere it's a kind of a situation that you are not completely totally convinced of, you know, that this person can take this relationship forward, can hold on to this relationship, or can meet, like I said, can meet your demands and challenges that you have with yourself or with your love life, you know, in every respect. You're not completely convinced at this point in time in your higher self, but again, you know, you're not letting the situation go away from your hands. You're still holding on, but you're holding on in the way that you think you need to hold on. Okay? Now, having said this, guys, at the same time, you're not even claiming your ownership on this love resource. You're not even claiming your ownership on this resource. Okay? Because right now, like I said, because of the higher self energy, you know, like you're not convinced of this relationship at this point in time, so therefore your ownership is not even coming into action. Okay, and how you're going to use them, you still don't know, you still haven't thought about it, you know. You're kind of finding your, or not finding your strength, I would say not finding your strength in this defense of love. Okay, even your power, you still don't know what you should be doing with this kind of a love situation, you know, and what you can gain out of it if you stick on with this person, you know, what you can gain out of this relationship. You still are not actually thinking about it at this point in time in the month of February. Okay, and therefore you're not kind of wasting your resources on this love issue, you know. Call it emotion, call it finance, call it your possessions, even your greed, you know, that you wanted from this love. Now, greed not in the wrong way, guys. Greed of getting the love in the right way. But again, you know, you're not sure how those things will manifest because you're not even giving them a thought at this point in time. Okay, of the things that you have built for so long with this love relationship, and that is mainly your resources, your psychological power, your emotional ability, your finance, your career, your strength, your physical self, in every respect, you know. So you're not even giving those issues a thought because you're still not sure at this point in time of what you want to do with this love situation, whether you really want to go forward, whether you want to still keep this love relationship, whether you still want to keep this person in your love life. You are still not certain about it. So that is why in your higher self, I told you guys, you need to balance yourself first before you make the decision of what you need to do in this love situation. So keep that in mind. That's the reason these cards have come to me from my spirit, my guide, my angels. Okay, because the time is coming when you will probably have to walk through this area of your life where you will need to take the right decision with regards to your love situation. You cannot keep on holding on like this for a long time. Okay, now having said that, your crossing energy for the two of you guys, of course, both of you, because of this situation, you'll know in your heart that everything is not all there, but at the same time, like I said, you'll are not leaving each other, okay, for whatever rhyme or reason. And that is something probably, it will be different for different people. So I'm not going to even try to justify what could the reasons be, but I'm just leaving my comment till there, that you guys are feeling trapped because y'all are not being able to separate from this love issue with each other at this point in your heart. You're not getting the permission. Y'all are feeling trapped. Y'all are feeling that, you're being holding back your thoughts and words that have been caged inside you. Nobody is being openly talking about it. Nobody is being frank about their opinions with regards to this love. And that both of you guys are being unable to act in the way that you could have otherwise wished for things to have happened. Basically, in this card, it talks about a stagnation effect of your mind as well, okay, because you have some old thought patterns towards each other. You'll have obligations towards each other. You'll are not being able to override those areas of your life, okay? But again, you both want to be rescued from this situation, but at the same time, because of this kind of obligation, more so than love, I would say, y'all are feeling powerless to completely walk out or untie yourself from this love issue in the month of February 2019. And that is the reason why you want to proceed towards building the teamwork, towards a commitment of marriage, towards the harmony, where you both of you want to come together for an engagement or a marriage situation or a teamwork. But again, because of this situation of not being completely open about this love area of your life, you both guys want it. Not that you all don't want it, but you all are not being able to openly discuss and talk about the situation, about your future going forward, what your plans are, what you want to do, how you want to take this another step forward, towards a more successful relationship in your life, and so on and so forth. But at this point in time, in the month of February at least, guys, even though the thought is there, I wouldn't say the thought is not there. Of course, the thought is there, and that is why the card has come to me, but at the same time, that skill and the talent that you will require for both of you to move forward is not there. It's missing in action, and that is the reason you guys are not being able to jump in and be the master of creating the situation in your love life, okay? Where you can apply all the hard work and also self-direct yourself towards building this beautiful structure. It's a very rigid structure that you guys are trying to build, but at the same time, you'll have to know if that structure is going to bear the fruit of your success story or your love story, okay? Because there are two very contrast energies in your heart at this point in time in the month of February 2019, okay? So you have to watch for, I mean, it's kind of a little dicey situation, where one part of it is feeling trapped, not being able to move forward, while the other part of your heart is calling out for this teamwork. Okay, wants to go forward, wants to take this relationship an inch forward. They want to do certain things in the right way, and so on and so forth. But at this point in time, in the month of February at least, that's what the energy I'm coming across or I've been given to show you guys. Now, having said that, in your soul self, in your foundation card, that is the reason, you're not being able to fulfill any family obligation at this point in time, which is a kind of wisdom that you had been seeking from your ancestors or your family members, but you're not being able to go there at this point in time because the comfort of that particular zone is not in action at this point. Okay, therefore, again, you're not being able to create a legacy of this love in your environment or even in your home because there is a certain lack of loyalty and faithfulness in this love situation. Okay, where of course you are disowning the value of your tradition at the same time. Okay, and that is the reason you're not even coming across with a family situation that can lend you that support because you are not progressing towards it. That's what I'm trying to say. Even though your heart energy says you definitely want to, at one end of the heart is saying that, but the other end of the heart is saying that, this is not what I want. I'm feeling trapped. I don't know if I do this, whether it's going to bring me any result. And that is the reason in your soul you are not getting to the point of your success story as you would have otherwise got. Okay? Because again, like I said, you guys are in a dicey situation, okay? Because you all are not being able to choose, especially the Librans. I'm addressing this to the Librans because I'm doing this love reading for you. That's because you're not being able to choose in your higher self at this point because of not balancing the entire situation in the right way. You need that balance for you to come back to your right decision at this point in time. And that is exactly what the next card is telling me for the Librans, that you guys are not even hearing your own wisdom at this point. Y'all are not enjoying the solitude and loneliness. Y'all are not being alone for the time being, which is again avoiding you from shining the light within you guys. Okay, that's the reason why you're not getting the guidance at this point, or even you're not getting the wisdom from another person which can show you the way out of this situation by lending a helping hand. You're not getting that at this point in time. Okay, so therefore, you're not being able to see the spiritual truth which would have otherwise been your point of navigation in this love area. But at this point in time, because of the lopsidedness of your situation in love, you are not getting any answers even in your soul situation. Okay, you don't know what you should be doing. Basically, that's what I said. You guys are not being able to come to the point of saying or taking a decision. Okay, this is what I want, this is where I will be going forward, or this is exactly my point of destination that I'll take my love towards to. Taking that risk in your life, you're not being able to do this, not the Librans, in this period in the month of February 2019. You're kind of playing it very low and safe at this point, okay? Having said this, this is the reason why you're missing all the opportunities of love that is coming into you at this point in time, because you're not being able to see the greater vision of this love area. That's what I'm saying. Your mind is stuck in a very narrow place. You're not being able to open your mind to see the greater benefits of this love area if you happen to go into this love journey with this significant other. And that is the reason you're not even making any plans for the future. You're not taking any further steps than what you have already done. And you're not even waiting for your ships to sail into the harbor, okay, at this point in time, because of the lack of your greater vision. You're unable to think that far, okay, and you're unable to think that big, and you're unable to become that leader who could have otherwise taken this relationship, handled the relationship in the right way. For the Librans and for the significant other, both of you guys, in your foundation energy, in your soul energy, this is what is going on in your soul energy, which is definitely telling me that it is high time for you guys to rest, meditate, and get your answers right. Okay, you cannot go around in circles like this. You definitely have to come to a point where you can learn to rest a bit, meditate, like I said, bring back the hermit in the right order, put things for yourself in the right order, find your balance to make your choice in decision in the right order, guys, or else you guys will be going around in this vicious circle, not knowing what you all should be doing, not knowing how you should be working on your energies for love at this point in time. And it will be a continuous vicious circle of energy, in and out, back and forth, kind of an energy that is going to continue in your life if you do not learn to meditate and rest and give yourself that time to contemplate and think in the right direction as to what you should do, how you should act on this, what is the right thing for you to do. And even if you want to take this relationship forward, what are the cons and what are the pros and what are the cons, what are the benefits and what are the disadvantages, okay, non-benefits. So basically it's high time that you guys sat around and did some meditating work or meditation on this issue of your life that definitely is calling for some attention, Librans, okay. In your past energy, Librans, you guys in your love area, you all had definitely shown your patience, guys. You all had surrendered to your destiny, to your fate. You had let go things that didn't work for you at that point in time. You had kind of sacrificed your own will and desire for whatever you were getting in your love area was okay with you at that point in the past, okay? Because in the past, you guys had that fortune of seeing this love from a different angle, okay? Where definitely you had paused in your activity of gaining more, of wanting more, of looking for situations that could meet your challenges, or looking for people in your love life that could really make you happy. So you had given a pause to that, okay? But again, you were suffering in your higher self at that point in time because of some earlier loss or earlier ache that you are still carrying in your heart at that point in time, and for which, of course, in your higher self, you had decided to surrender to whatever had walked into your life at that point in time, okay? So basically, you had looked into your soul in the past to see the reality of the picture, okay? You had kind of taken that initiative to bend down, like I said, to kind of bend down and take what the universe was then giving you in the past, of course, okay? So you had no qualms about it. You kind of took, you kind of sacrificed your longing, your desire to take whoever had walked into your life, into your love life in the past. And of course, keeping your options open for sure, okay, in the past, because you knew that even if this person is walking into your road or walking into your life, change is inevitable. And if you want, you can definitely go forward and change this kind of a situation. But at the same time, You were also learning to adapt and adopt the situation, guys. You were being flexible for sure with this kind of a love, because like I said, maybe the significant other is not meeting all your requirements, Librans, but that, and in the past, you kind of took this upon yourself. Okay, you were flexible, you were juggling all your responsibilities, and you had learned that you cannot hold on to things that you desire forever. Okay, so therefore, it was kind of a learning situation for you in the past with regards to your love life. You had kind of become a student, okay, who was then embracing a new lifestyle, knowing the daily ups and downs that life can bring to you or your love can bring to you. Okay, so whatever the past lessons Librans had taught you, you definitely had lived up to the expectation of the universe in the past, of course, definitely, for sure. And you did that in a very rightful way. Okay, there was nothing wrong with that kind of an energy, because again, like I said, sometimes in life, you have to become a student and you have to juggle your responsibilities in the right way for you to get the right inheritance of your own desires. Okay, but you have to show the universe, that is what it is. You have to show the universe that you mean business with that. Okay, so in the past, of course, you had accepted what came into your way. You took it willingly in your stride, and you had worked with it, and you had lived up to the universe's expectation out of you with regards to this love journey, guys. Okay, now, having said that, in the month of February 2019, your present physical 3D energy is where you're organizing your own stuff. Okay, you are kind of becoming a bit spiritual in yourself. You're hearing your traditional teachings, your conventional methods of understanding things, the sacred knowledge, the wisdom from the inside. Okay, and also learning from experiences that has happened to you in the past and has happened to other people in the past as well. Okay, so you're kind of becoming a little bit more wise in your physical world in this month of February 2019, because of whatever is going on in your higher self at this point. You're kind of, I would say, you're kind of dragging it down a bit, trying to find the right answers for this kind of a situation, because even you're not enjoying this, guys, Librans. You're not enjoying this because you're not being free about this entire situation. So obviously, from your end, you're not enjoying this situation at this point in time. So you're kind of bringing up or bringing back your own spiritual self in the physical world to find your answer at this point in time. Trying to rest, like I said, even in your foundation energy, guys, you need to rest. Trying to rest, to meditate, take a pause, take a break with your daily up and downs, and trying to seek your answers in your meditation and even while you're sleeping, guys. Okay, basically, you're trying to put aside any kind of worry by going into solitude, by trying to get the answers, by trying to retreat into the self for healing and finding resolution of your thoughts and ideas that's coming to you from your solitude. That's the way I would like to say it, guys, with this card. Okay, so definitely, I mean, your physical energy in the 3D in the month of February 2019 is not bad at all. Okay, I would say it is quite good, because, and the reason you're doing this is because you're trying to find your footing on the ground with regards to your love situation, guys, in the physical energy. Okay, you're trying to hold up the strength in yourself, because at this point in time, you have you have the heart of a warrior, Librans, okay? So you are trying to find that you're putting up a hard fight to bring back your balance, to bring back your resolution, to bring back your organization, your spiritual strength. You're definitely putting up a hard fight, okay? You're battling against your own oppression and your own bullying self, which is going on in the higher area of your life, okay? And definitely you're standing up in the physical world for what you believe in to be right, okay? You're supporting your significant other in this phase, you're giving everything to this person to overcome the obstacle of defense in your higher self. So, from the higher self to the physical energy, you're definitely putting up a lot of things in the right way. Okay? But again, you need a lot of courage and valor to do this work because, it's not all that easy. You're definitely facing oppositions in some places, which is becoming a little bit intolerant for you. Okay? Because you are kind of paying back for the obligation to this person. You are kind of living for this cause, not so much for love, I would say, but again, for paying back with your kindness and compassion, with your courage. You're trying to return back that favor to your significant other or to your current partner in love, in the physical energy, guys. Okay, definitely that is what the physical energy is telling me at this point in time with regards to the Librans and their kind of complication that they are holding in their higher self, which is, of course, they are trying to rectify that issue in the physical world at this point in time, which is good. There is nothing wrong in that because, again, like I said, if you do things in the right way, the universe is definitely going to reward you, and that is what you're trying to do, in the right way in the month of February 2019 towards your love area and towards your significant other, even though your higher self energy is telling me a different story. But again, you're trying to kind of bring a balance to choose your own wishes in the right way. You're kind of choosing to live up to the desires that you actually feel is the right way. But again, just because you are choosing to do that, you are not letting this person go from your life. You're holding on to that. Okay? So you are kind of playing it on both ends, trying to find your footing in the right direction in order to balance your situation in love in the month of February 2019, guys. Now, going forward in the month of February and towards the beginning of March, you don't want to become a rebel without a cause. You're definitely keeping away from that kind of rebellious nature because, again, you're trying to respect the authority of this love in here. Okay? You're not rushing in towards anything more. You're not wanting to become a champion in love, You're not wanting to carry forth an idea in love. Okay, you're not bringing any mental stimulation in love at this point in time. Okay, where the mind could be very sharp in deciding what they want and what they don't want. At the same time, you're not even seeking a conflict with your lover. Okay, you're not doing anything. You're not searching for new ideas. You're not intellectually exploring any new ideas. Your focus is not in this situation at this point in time, and which the other card says is death here. You're definitely not focused in your love area going forward in the month of February and towards March beginning, where you're putting an end to those kind of exploration, search, ideas, stimulation, authority, you know, uh, some being a rebel or seeking a conflict. You're not doing anything, period. That's what. You're ending those kind of areas. You're just being focused in some other areas of your life, You're not doing anything much. Your love is not your priority at this point in time, Librans, in the month going ahead. Okay, in the month going ahead towards the beginning of March as well, you know, you're kind of moving away from your priority in love at this point in time because you feel that you have other fish to fry at this point in time, and all these things for you can actually take a back burner. You're not even focused at this point going forward. And but again, at the same time, you're definitely carrying your burdens in the right way and your responsibilities, which seems a little bit heavy for you. But again, you're doing that because other people in your area, your significant other, is definitely depending upon you. Okay, and you're carrying that burden of love on your shoulders. You're not letting anything go, but at the same time, you're not even letting any new birth situation happen. Okay, so you're just kind of carrying with your everyday thing, though you're kind of being pulled down, you're feeling weighed down at this point in time. You're having to meet the challenge of pushing your limits forward. Okay, but again, you know that there is no gain without pain, and you are voluntarily taking on those burdens to keep the situation in the way that you feel you need to hold on to. Okay, but at the same time, you're not even trying to give birth to it, or you're not trying to take it forward. You're just kind of doing what you have to do to keep this person in his or her place and to keep your love situation in its rightful place. Okay, so that's what you're doing, but you're not doing anything more and above and beyond that situation in the month of February 2019, guys. Okay, now as far as your environment is concerned, Librans, you are definitely interesting. You are definitely in the environment, you are definitely imagining a lot more than in the physical world what you're doing. Okay, you're imagining what you can create, again being creative, Librans. Okay, you do have in the environment, you do have your fantasies, your daydreams, your the kind of seductions that you would like to take place with your love. But again, you're finding it difficult in distinguishing between the reality and the illusion. You're kind of hallucinating in your environment. And that is the reason in your environment, there is a bit of uncertainty with regards to your love situation as well. Because there's kind of smoky, guys. Okay, and there are smoky, it's mirror image of what your hallucinations are, but you do feel that you have a lot of options to choose from. But again, please remember that what it is may not be all truth for you in the environment. Okay, so you definitely have to preserve what you have at this point in time in your love area, guys, because what you see, you could get a lot of things from the environment for sure. You could get a lot of offers from different people. You could find different kind of seductions from different people, or people who are showing their interest in you and things like that. But at the same time, you guys should also watch out for what is an illusion or hallucination and what is a reality in all. Okay, so take care about that. And of course, don't fall into the seduction game, guys. Okay, it's good to be a charming person, Librans, but don't be so naive that you're using your charm to manifest seductions or charisma and beauty in front of people, in front of the hallucinated images of the smoke and the mirror. Okay, so take care about that, please, guys. Definitely do not become a social butterfly at this point in time. You don't need to, because the moment you do that, you will get the offers for sure from the environment, but those are the offers that can either make you or break you, can completely ruin you as well. Okay, so you please put at rest to the fact that you are not the person who is desired by everybody at the same time. Okay, you definitely take pride in that, but at this point in time, in the month of February, you have to know what is smoke and what is reality, what is an illusion and what is a reality in your environment, because that is definitely what the universe is letting you know at this point in time. Watch your actions, take care of yourself, Librans, because you might fall into another trap, and that trap can either make or break you. You don't know. Okay, and you don't want to risk going into an illusion and hallucination, a daydream kind of a situation, and then you discover that the reality was totally different, completely different. Okay, so take care about this in the month of February. Your hopes and fears that you will find your happy ending. You will definitely, you're hoping and fearing at the same time that you should find your true joy and bliss. You should find your emotional connections to your love area at the same time, which gives you your emotional wisdom, your spiritual awareness, a happy marriage situation, and a relationship that could be called perfect in your life. But you're hoping and praying that, things should work out for you in the right way, where you definitely will find justice from the universe in giving you what you so deserve or desire in your life at this point in time. In the month of February 2019, that is definitely one of your biggest hope but greatest fear, that at all, if at all, things are going to work out for you, if at all you're going to find the right person, and if at all this person who is there in your love life will be able to give you what you desire in life. So such things are your hopes and your fear situation at the same time. But definitely you're doing it because you believe in justice from the universe, Librans. Okay, so you feel that if you do the right things in the right way, justice will definitely come forth, give you the clarity of thought, give you the sanctity of your mind, give you the power to use your wisdom, and give you the power to take responsibility in love in the right way, with your power, with your leadership, with your authority. Okay, and also, of course, by solving conflict through power as well, um, using your wisdom and courage, and even ambition, guys, even ambition. Okay, so that's your hope and your fear situation, that you should be able to manifest things in the right way, because at this point in time you're not very clear about your love situation. That's what I was telling you over and over again, and that is the reason you are kind of hoping and fearing for the best situation in your life, guys. Okay, now having said that, your outcome is you are averting a loss or a disaster. That's the reason I said you are fearing something out of this love situation, but at the same time you're not working towards it because you're not finding the strength at this point in time. Okay, because you feel that the other person is vastly different from you in some area of their life, and you're not being able to overcome that situation with your inner strength or your kindness. Okay, you do not have the strength because at this point in time you're just letting go yourself with the flow of your energy, just doing what you have to do, but you're in your outcome you are averting moving from this zone or this love situation, because you feel that if you do anything like this, universe is definitely not going to bless you, and that is the reason you're holding on to every situation in your love area, because you're fearing the loss, the disaster, and you're averting that loss and disaster in your love area. But at the same time, you know that you do not have the strength to overcome that loss if this situation goes for a toss at this point in time. You won't be able to overcome this loss, you know. So it's kind of like I said, you're not finding the strength, and you're not finding the strength not only for yourself, but you're not even finding the strength to overcome and avert the loss if at all it happens in your love life, Librans. And that's the reason I said you guys are just going with the flow of your energy at this point in time, because right now you are, till you kind of balance yourself. I've always said this right in the beginning for you guys, Librans, till you balance yourself in the right way, till you know, till you ask your inner wisdom in the right way of what you want to do at all with your love life, till you get that answer from your inner soul, from inside your heart or inside your soul, you won't be able to take and move this love relationship forward, or you won't be able to take a decision towards anything. And that is the reason at this point in time, you know, you're not, again, as I said before, you're not taking ownership. You're not enjoying anything in this love situation, nor the wealth, nor the emotions, nor anything at this point in time. You know, you're not using any of these situations to your advantage, which could give you a good result, or you have not even bothered to use it. Okay? You're not being generous about using your resources in love at this point in time, of because of this kind of an energy, you know, that is not bringing you complete fulfillment in the love area in the month of February 2019. But again, being a conscientious person, okay, Librans, that you guys are, you're definitely holding on to this situation for the time being, at least. We will check the energies next month to see what is happening in your love zone, but this is what it is for the month of February 2019. With this, I say goodbye. God bless. Love you guys. Adieu. Namaste. Khuda Hafiz.